Have you ever wondered what strange rules people follow in different corners of the globe? Laws are meant to keep society in order, but some are so weird they'll make you laugh, scratch your head, or even double-check your travel plans. From smiling mandates to bans on chewing gum, let's dive into the wild world of bizarre laws that are still on the books today. Buckle up for a quirky ride through some of the most head-scratching regulations around the world. 1. Smiling is mandatory in Milan, Italy. Picture this. You're strolling through the fashionable streets of Milan, Italy, sipping espresso, when a police officer stops you. Why? You forgot to smile. In Milan, a local regulation from the Austro-Hungarian era requires citizens to smile at all times, except during funerals or hospital visits. Sounds like a joke, right? But this law, though rarely enforced, is still technically valid. The idea was to promote a cheerful atmosphere in this bustling city. But imagine the chaos if ever grumpy tourist got fined. Next time you're in Milan, keep those pearly whites shining, or you might face a symbolic fine. 2. No chewing gum in Singapore. Ever popped a piece of gum to freshen your breath? Not in Singapore. Since 1992, this ultra-clean city-state has banned the sale and importation of chewing gum to keep its streets spotless. The reason? People were sticking gum on sidewalks, costing the government a fortune to clean up. You can bring gum for personal use, but don't expect to buy it in stores. Get caught selling it, and you could face a fine of up to $1,000 for a first offense, or even community service for repeat offenders. This law has made Singapore a gum-free zone, proving they take cleanliness to a whole new level. 3. Don't handle salmon suspiciously in the UK. Hold on, can you really get in trouble for holding a fish the wrong way? In the UK, you can. The Salmon Act of 1986 makes it illegal to handle salmon under suspicious circumstances in England and Wales. This law targets illegal fishing and poaching, but its vague wording has sparked plenty of giggles. Imagine being questioned by police for looking shady while holding a fish. Breaking this law could land you a fine, or even up to 2 years in prison. So, if you're in the UK, keep your salmon dealings above board, or you might end up in hot water. 4. No dying in certain towns. Death is inevitable, right? Not according to some towns. In places like Sarpurenks, France, and Longyearbyen, Norway, it's illegal to die within city limits unless you've secured a cemetery plot in advance. Why? In Longyearbyen, the freezing ground prevents bodies from decomposing, posing health risks. In Sarpurenks, the mayor issued this rule to protest limited cemetery space. While enforcement is tricky, how do you find someone who's already gone? These laws reflect unique local challenges. So, if you're visiting, plan to stay alive, or at least have a burial spot ready. 5. No camouflage clothing in the Caribbean. Planning a jungle-themed outfit for your Caribbean vacation? Think again. In countries like Jamaica, Barbados, and St. Lucia, wearing camouflage clothing is illegal for civilians. This rule ensures that only military personnel wear camo, preventing confusion or impersonation. Get caught in those camo shorts, and you could face a fine or even jail time. It's a serious law rooted in security, but it's a bummer for fashion lovers. Leave the camo at home and opt for bright beachwear instead. 6. Don't climb trees in Oshawa, Canada. Ever felt the urge to channel your inner child and climb a tree? In Oshawa, Canada, you'd better resist. A local bylaw bans climbing trees on municipal property to prevent injuries and protect public spaces. The city claims it's about safety, not spoiling fun, but it's still a buzzkill for adventure seekers. Violators could face fines, though enforcement is rare. So if you're in Oshawa, admire the trees from the ground, or risk being labeled a rogue Spider-Man. 7. No kissing on trains in France. Romance and France go hand in hand, but keep your lips to yourself on French trains. A law bans kissing on trains to avoid delays, as smooching couples might hold up departures. Kissing is fine at stations, preferably in designated areas, but on board, it's a no-go. This quirky rule stems from a time when public displays of affection were less tolerated. Break it, and you might get a warning or a fine. So, save your romantic moments for the platform and keep the train moving. 8. No swearing while driving in Maryland, USA. Road rage got you cursing? In Maryland, USA, watch your mouth. It's illegal to swear while driving, a law aimed at keeping the roads civil. While it's rarely enforced, you could technically face a fine for letting those expletives fly. This rule reflects a bygone era's focus on public decency, but in today's heated traffic, it feels like a tall order. Next time you're stuck in a Maryland traffic jam, take a deep breath and keep it clean. 9. No feeding pigeons in Venice, Italy. Venice is all about canals, gondolas, and pigeons? Not so fast. Feeding pigeons in Venice is illegal to protect the city's historic buildings from bird droppings. Violators face hefty fines as the city works to keep its UNESCO status pristine. This law might seem harsh to bird lovers, but it's a practical move to preserve Venice's charm. So, if you're tossing crumbs in St. Mark's Square, expect a stern warning or a costly penalty. 10. No running out of gas on Germany's Autobahn. Germany's Autobahn is famous for its no speed limit zones, but don't let your gas tank run dry. It's illegal to stop unnecessarily on the Autobahn, including running out of fuel, as it poses a safety hazard. Violators face fines, and you'll need to explain why you didn't plan ahead. This law keeps traffic flowing on one of the world's fastest highways. So, before hitting the Autobahn, check your fuel gauge, or prepare for a pricey pit stop. 11. No high heels at ancient sites in Greece. Love strutting in stilettos? Leave them behind when visiting Greece's ancient ruins. Since 2009, high heels have been banned at sites like the Acropolis to prevent damage to delicate marble floors. Sharp heels can scratch historic stones, so violators face fines of up to $987. This law protects Greece's cultural treasures while keeping tourists safe from slips. Swap those heels for comfy flats and explore history without breaking the law or the ruins. From fishy behavior to forbidden footwear, the world is full of laws that'll make you do a double take. Whether it's smiling in Milan or keeping your car fueled on the Autobahn, these quirky regulations remind us how diverse our planet is. Next time you pack your bags, do a quick check on your destination's laws. You might avoid a fine or a funny story to tell. Which bizarre law surprised you the most? Plan your travels wisely and keep the law on your side. Unless you're holding a salmon suspiciously, of course. Enjoyed this video? Tap the bell to stay updated, leave a comment, and thank you for watching.